Shalom.
Shalom.
This is Abba Bayath.
And you wanna
come back at you, Lord willing, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Before we get started, we want to start by saying, Kol Halayim, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to apostles and elders, a great millstone, ruled very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to Akim out here pushing his truth in righteousness and in sincerity. You know, the hopeful 144,000 elect men, battling the elements day in and day out for the truth, risking their safety day in and day out for this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations to the rest of the hopeful elect, which is the 1/3, consisting of men, women, and children. May the election, Yahbashim Shah, fall upon all your houses. Amen. You know, so the Passover, you know, we're in the middle of the Passover, man. But the ceremony, man, you know, was last night, man. You know, Lord willing, you know, it was a good ceremony for all of us, man. You know, but yeah, man, you know, brothers was talking, man, you know, on different camps, you know, or not different camps, but, you know, different GMS camps around, you know, brothers were talking about how every time after the Passover, you know, something is always happening, man, you know, which really, you know, we're going to get into it, man. We're going to bring out those few accounts, you know, and the more recent account of every time that there being a Passover, you know, something has always happened, man, you know, and this is something that, you know, I mean, you gotta keep your eyes on, man, you know. The scriptures tell you what, man, to walk circumspectly, not as unwise, but as wise, man, you know. So you got to keep your eyes open. You got to watch, man, you know. Go ahead and bring out that scripture, Baba Kashaw.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 62, and verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
Right, man. You know, and those watchmen would be the prophets, man. You know, those prophets are constantly, you know, watching the news, these alternative news sites, constantly, you know, going into other things, man, gathering up information to warn the people, as it says in Ezekiel 3:17. You know, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah has set watchmen, you know, over the people of Israel, you know, to warn the people from him, man. You know, warn the people from the words of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, which is these scriptures, man, you know, telling you, comparing, you know, the things that are happening, you know, in everyday news and stuff like that, comparing it to, you know, the things that are happening in the scriptures, and telling you of what's to come, man, you know, telling you what's next, you know, by way of the words of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, what he says is next, you know. And that's what we're doing, man. You know, we're coming here to making these video epistles, you know, making these little lessons and whatever, man, you know, to warn you, hey, man, this is what's coming, man, and it's coming fast, man. You know, this year is flying by. Prophecies is happening left and right, man. You know, well, we never thought that we were. Hey, wow, 144. Hey, call like Yavashim, you know, but we never thought that we were gonna make it to the Passover, man. Well, because of all these prophecies that are happening so fast, man. You know,
Right. Everything
is popping off so fast. And we thought last year, you know, it was crazy, but this year's crazier, man. You know, last year was a year of prophecy, you know, so you're expecting last year damn near all the prophecies to happen, man, you know. But this year, man, this year is, Lord willing, this is the year, man, you know, because everything's popping off even crazier, man. You know, you fucking got Eve and Creepy Joe, you got Esau Edom, you know, now in office, man, together, man. You know, just as, you know, they were back together in the time of Genesis, man, you know. So something, hey, man, something major is about to seriously spring forth, man, you know, and it's not going to be pretty, you know. It's not going to be a fun time, man, you know. But we're just going to grab a couple accounts of how, as soon as the Passover happens, something major has happened, man. And I got this first one. This is Exodus 12, and I started verse 21. It says, then Moses called for the elders, and you know, this is in the time of Moses, man, during the Passover, man, you know. It says, then Moses called for the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. Right, man, you know, this is, you know, the setting, the Passover, man, you know. Ultimately, you know, I would say one of the first Passovers ever, man, you know. This is what happened. It says, and ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out at that door of his house until the morning. Right, man, you know, because something major is about to happen, man, you know. And that blood today would be what? That wine, man, that we put that wine, you know, which is symbolic for the blood of Yahweh Shah. With that wine, on our doors now, man. We can't go out and go kill a lamb and take that fresh blood and put it on there, man. On top of that, you're not gonna be able to find a lamb of 1 year old,
Right.
It's especially without blemish, man.
And we're in our captivity too, so certain things that restrict us,
Right. That's why we rehearse the righteous acts, Judges 5:11, man, because we try to the best of our ability, man. And Lord will, we have been doing it to the best of our ability, man. All we can do is pray on it, man. Pray to the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai, ask him to send down the Spirit, to have us do it the right way, man, to the best of our ability, man. Since we are in our captivity, man.
That's right.
But I'll keep reading this. Verse 23 says, "For the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your house, to come into your houses and smite you." Right, man. And that destroyer was Yahushua, man. He was coming through and he was snatching them souls up. This right here, verse 29, we're gonna drop down. It says, and this is what happened. This is what happened right after the feast of the Passover, man. Right after that ceremony, man. Exodus 12:29 says, "And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord Yahushua smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of the Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn cattle." Right, so he came through with fucking that death angel, the spirit of that death angel was coming through fucking snatching lives, man. From the people all the way down to the animals, man. The firstborn of the cattle, of all your animals, man. That's a major thing, man, because that right there is, it's almost symbolic for famine. You're killing your people, killing your animals. You're not gonna have as much food to eat. All your food gets, basically, if you have like 10 animals and all of them have a firstborn, guess what? You have 20 now, but guess what? Yahushua gonna come and snatch 10 of those. So that's your food source getting cut in half, man. If there's 50 people in your village, 50 people have 50 sons, guess what? You have 100 people, half your people gone, man. That's crazy, man. Verse 30, last verse right here. Now I'm going to read. It says, "And Pharaoh rose up in the night, and he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead." There was not one house that there was not one dead, bro. That's fucking crazy, man. If that don't, hey, man, that right there, man, that's right. That's immediately after the Passover, man. That's what happened immediately after the Passover. Is Yahushua came through and smote almost every house, man. Smote one person from every house, man. From the Egyptians all the way down to the captives, man, which at the time, the captives were Israelites, man.
That's right, man.
So those that didn't, Slakia, those that didn't, believe in the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai, those that didn't celebrate the Passover, everybody in that house got fucking, not everybody, but at least one person, their firstborn, got smoked, man. And it doesn't say an age, but it says their firstborn, which is their firstborn son, So, you know what I mean? Just imagine, man, if you're a parent, you wake up to your child being dead, man. That's a plague right there, man. And we got
crazy, man.
Yeah, right, man. We got another account, of something like that, you know what I mean, happening, man. Which is the greatest account, man, of what happened, man. What happened right after a Passover, man. To our big brother, man, Yahushua, man. Something happened to him, man. Which we're gonna break it down. I mean, most of y'all know what happened. He got persecuted and stuff like that. But we're gonna just, set it up, man. So if you want to go ahead and read that.
Matthew 26:17.
17 down to 25.
Come on, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 17. On the first day of the feast of unleavened bread.
That feast of unleavened bread being what? The Passover, man. Because in the Passover, you're not supposed to have any leavened bread. Leavening mean what, man? Yeast, baking soda, any type of soda bicarbonate or whatever, any leavening agent that makes, your bread rise. You're not supposed to have it, man. So that's why it says the feast of unleavened bread. So all that bread, any bread that you have in your house for the whole week, that whole 7 days of the Passover, the feast of unleavened bread, you're not supposed to have any leaven, man. no leavening agents in anything in your house, man. You know, so you got to remove it, man. You know, in this time, you know, money's tight or whatever, so you can put it in your vehicle, you know, set it in your vehicle until after all that, man. But you can't eat unleavened, or you can't eat leavened bread. You can't have it in your household, you know, for that whole 7 days. You know, that's why it's called the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's the Passover, man. You know,
That's
go ahead,
man. It reads, now the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the disciples came to Yahushua, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, the Master saith, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples.
Right, man. You know, he ate that Passover with his disciples, which is what we're supposed to do, man. You know, the Passover is supposed to be with the congregation of men. You know, go ahead.
And the disciples did as Yahushua had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover.
Come.
Now when the evening was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me.
Come, man.
And they,
hey, man, and that's scary right there, man. You know, he's talking to the disciples, man. And I keep saying this, man. You know, I've said it multiple times. Those, at the time, those were the closest people to Yahushua, man. You know?
friends.
His friends. So how much more now are those that are closest to us, Yahweh Bashim al-Shah forbid that it's immediately close to us, you know, just some, you know, some family members that we don't usually, you know, mess with or something like that. But, you know, those are the people that he was messing with, you know. He was constantly talking to them, constantly, you know, supping with them and stuff like that, man. And one of them betrayed him, man. You know who it is, man. It's Judas Iscariot, man. You know, but we're just going to keep reading. Go ahead.
It says, and they were exceeding sorrowful.
Right, because they loved Yahushua, man. You know, they don't have, at the time, they don't have the thoughts, you know, which none of them do. You know what I mean? None of them have the thoughts at the time to betray Yahushua, man. You know, they love Yahushua, man. You know, they're not thinking about betraying him, man. You know, well, most of them, you know, 11 of them weren't, you know, except Judas Iscariot, man. You know, go ahead.
And began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I?
Right.
And he said, and he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me.
Right, man. You know, he that, you know, sups with Yahushua is the same one that's going to betray him, man. You know, go ahead.
The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him, but woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed.
Come.
It had been good for that man if he had not been born.
Woo! Damn, that's fire, man. You know, you betraying Yahushua as if you should have never been born, man. That's one of the greatest acts. One of the greatest acts against the Lord, that you can do, man, is betray him, man. You know, that's one of the, hey, man, that's a terrible act, man. You know, you don't never want to be in that position of betraying the Lord Yahushua, man. You know, that's crazy, man. You know, go ahead, read that last verse, and then you can drop down to 47.
Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said.
Right, man, because ultimately, you know what I mean? Yahushua knew it was him, man. Yahushua knew all things, man. You know? He knew it was going to be Judas, man. You know? Come on, man. That's powerful, man. You know, he knew who was going to betray him, man. Just imagine how fucking pissed off he was at that time, man. Looking at the person that was going to betray him. You know? You know, that's heavy, man. You know? Go ahead, drop down to 47.
Verse 47. And while he yet spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with swords and staffs, from the chief priests and elders of the people.
Right. So if you go and you read in I think it's John 19, it kind of sets the picture of where they were at, man. You know, they were in the garden of Brook Cedron, you know, and where he constantly took disciples, and Judas knew where he was going, man. You know, he knew, you know, because he constantly took the disciples there, man. He oftentimes went there with the disciples, man. You know, so Judas, knowing that, he went and got these priests and all this other stuff, man, to meet Yahushua and the other disciples there, man. You know, betraying him. He went and betrayed Yahushua, man. Pretty much snitching on him, man. You know,
sold him out, man.
Literally, man. You know. And this is what happened. Go ahead.
It's like in verse 48. It says, Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, Whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast. And forthwith he came to Yahushua and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And Yahushua said unto him, Friend, Wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him.
So basically what he did, man, was, in the face, he kind of spoke in the ear, hey, I'm going to show you without, pointing out, without pointing fingers, I'm going to show you who it is. Just pay attention to my actions. This is the telltale sign, like when you about to do something, man, you got like a certain call, a bird call, or you know what I mean, or whatever you're doing to let that person know, hey, it's time, it's time, hooty hoo, some shit like that, like, who did that shit, bro? Let's fuck it. I think it was Chris Tucker or whatever, but no, it was DC Young Fly. But anyways, that's besides the point, man. So he had like a telltale sign, and he went and kissed Yahushua, greeted him, and they knew exactly, okay, well, this is the sign that he told us, and this is what he did. Okay, this must be the person, He didn't want to point fingers, but he pointed fingers, man.
Right.
He really pointed fingers indirectly, So guess what they did, man? They laid hands on Yahushua, man. And the rest of you know the rest of the story, man. Yahushua went through mass persecution, man. Immediately after the Passover, and something that Tazabah had said, Tazabah Amath from the GMS AZ Karak camp, he said, what, man? The Yahushua didn't even get to fucking digest his food, and this shit happened to him, man. He didn't even get to digest his food. He ate at the Passover, took them out, went on a walk, speaking to them, and guess what, man? He got betrayed, man. Like that right there, that's immediately after the Passover, man. Immediately after the Passover. Something bad has always happened immediately after the Passover, And
right now, too, we see so many of these nations preparing these missiles. We see all these different states trying to lift these, these restrictions concerning the mask. All these nations want to go back to normal, and the whole focus is, getting everybody vaccinated. You still got May 1st coming up, May Day.
Yeah.
You still got that coming up. Which is a high holy day for, the illuminated ones, if you will. I don't know if they, I don't know if you say the name, then they might strike you for that.
Right.
I just want to say that, but y'all know who that's talking about. The little triangle dude on the back of the dollar bill. One eye pyramid. So, hey, a lot of stuff is happening behind the scenes, and on the forefront of all the news is just really, this virus. But you got, the brother was saying, different signs, volcanoes erupting, different famines, different locusts, and mice plagues all around the earth, You had that big fog, that big dust storm that took place in China that they said they haven't seen in decades, man. You got so much stuff happening around the world, man. And to us who are in this faith and are in the know, we know what's about to happen, man. And it's been the spirit too, because me and the brother were talking about yesterday how we feel like something's about to happen huge, and that's not something else. That's something that the other brothers, the other accounts were saying. Grab it where?
No, I mean what you're saying, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, Khan, you know what I'm saying? So something big is about to take place, and you know what I'm saying, brother. The whole point of us bringing out, Yahushua going through the sufferings after the Passovers, because this could, Lord will, to be the last Passover, man. We seen the things that took place last year, as the angel told Ezra. He said, "For greater evils than thou hast seen shall happen hereafter, man." So greater evils than we've seen happen in 2020, even the start of this year, are going to take place. Like it says in 2 Timothy 3:1. Know that in the last days perilous times shall come. We're coming into those perilous times. Why? Because Yahweh Shemel Shai is about to make his return, man. And there's a series of events that has to take place before that comes to pass, man. And we're seeing those events, those different signs happen that he told the same disciples that were going to happen in the last days, man, the end of the world. Sign meaning a warning or something foretelling an event to soon take place.
Yeah, man. And I just want to speak on these two. I thought he was gonna grab it, but I'll speak on it. But this last year, right after the Passover, what happened, man?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
The witch potion, the jab, whatever, started being rolled out, man. That Crown Royal, I don't want to say the V word, Crown Royal,
Crown Royal, yeah.
You know what it is, man. But the Crown Royal 19, man, came out, man, started being pushed, man. America got locked down. Many places got locked down, man. Across the world got locked down, man, because of this, illness. I'm gonna call it an illness. This planned illness, Crown Royal 19, because that got rolled out, that happened almost immediately after the Passover, man. almost immediately after the Passover. And what's crazy is, and you know, we were talking about that, man. Brothers were talking about how every time after the Passover something happens. Well, we're over here, you know, I mean, we decided to get out and get away in this hotel, you know, to do the Passover, get enough space or whatever, you know, because we got people that, you know, by their actions may or may not be, you know, worthy enough to do the Passover, man. On top of that, they didn't really care, you know, so we decided to remove ourselves, man, you know, and right after we did the Passover, man, you know, we're in the hotel, and immediately almost, you know, like, let's say what, like maybe an hour, not even an hour, probably like 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes right after the Passover, man, you know, the fucking the fire alarm through the whole building went off, man.
Right.
Immediately after the Passover, man. And the brother Yohanna, at the time, I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? You know, like, what the fuck, man? You know, and the brother Yohanna, he caught that too, because he said, what, man? This is symbolic for something bad is about to happen, man.
Yeah.
It was immediately after the fucking Passover, after the ceremony and everything, man.
And then the brothers too, you know, they were saying how, like the Kansas City brothers, I believe it was them, they were saying they saw chariots, you know, after they had done their Passover, man, basically. Right. And every time I see those chariots, you know, I always think in my head that, you know, that's symbolic for, hey, like, we're still here. You know, we're gonna come get you. You just have to take. And right now, I feel like those angels appearing as they did last night, you know, was kind of saying, hey, like, you know, we're here. Something's about to happen, but we're here. You know, and we know, man. You know, we all feel it in the spirit. You know, me and the brother, me and the brother felt it last night. You know what I'm saying? During the Passover,
bro,
it was a heavy spirit, man. You know, because it, you know, in that moment, man, for y'all who did do it and who took, and through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shai took place in that, you know, you felt the presence of the spirit, man.
Right.
It was a very powerful, very heavy feeling, man, that can only be, you know, explained to those who understand.
Right,
you know?
man. Yeah, man, it was. And the brother and other brothers saying they were feeling the same way, man.
Yeah, right. Know? All of the brothers, man. We all know through the spirit something is about to happen, man. It's been a crazy last year, man. It's been a crazy beginning of this year, you know. So hey, man, that's why we gotta stay prayed up, because Yahweh Shai, man, he's starting to send these angels to move, man. You know, if that's the case, if, you know, Lord willing, everything does happen, that means the elect is being sealed, man. And that means we're getting closer, you know, and Yahweh Shai again is gonna let those angels, let the four winds loose. You know, that destruction is gonna come, you know.
Salakia, man. Sound kind of went off, but we'll keep it going. But yeah, man.
You know, Second Ezra real quick.
You got a precept?
Yeah, Second Ezra 9.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And the Lord, Salakia.
You got it, bro. You got it. No, you got it.
Okay. And that's crazy, man. You know, because the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shah, man, he's visiting this world. And hey, man, we knew this from last year. The Lord Yahweh Shem El Shah, man, all the prophecies that he was pushing last year, you know, he's here more now this year. His spirit is here more now this year than it was last year, man. You know, because everything's popping up. But we're only 3 months into the year.
Right.
We're 3 months into the year, and it's like, bro, all you know, figuratively speaking, all hell's gonna break loose here in the next few weeks. That's what it feels like. That's what it seems like.
That's what it feels like, right, man?
You know, so those that, you know what I mean, that are in this that are in the sheepfold, man. Those that are in the know, those that, you know what I mean, are in this faith. You know what I mean? You know, because you're measuring the time now diligently. Measuring the time means what, man? To understand, to look into it, man. You know, and diligent means what? To put in the work to understand, man. You know, diligent means to put in that work, man. You know, so you're putting in the work to understand. So you're reading the scriptures, you're studying the, you know what I mean. You're looking at words. You know, you're supping with brothers. You know, you're out here watching videos, getting this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You know, and first and foremost, for you to be able to do that, the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shah has to be dealing with you, man. You know,
right, man.
So if he puts a spirit on you to do all those things, guess what? The Lord Yahweh Shem El Shah is dealing with you, man. You know, because you're understanding. You know, you have the eyesight, man. The ears to hear and the eyes to see, man. You know, because we know that the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shah is here, man. We know that he is about to he's about to fucking unleash his wrath on this fucking place, man.
Right, that's right.
Badly, man. It's not about to be no fucking, you know, cakewalk, man. No walk in the fucking park, man. It's about to be a fucking, it's gonna be a hard time, man. You know, it's gonna be a very trying time, man. You know. And how is the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shah gonna do that, man? He's gonna have Esau Edom, man, his sword, man.
That's right.
You know, his sword, you know, according to what is it, Psalms 17:13, you know, the wicked are his sword. He's about to have Esau Edom come down, man. Hard, man. You know, and I got this, unless you want to keep reading that.
Constant stress to this. Verse 3 says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which that's what we're seeing right now happen too at a very rapid rate all over the world, in every nation, man. There's a majority of people, you know, doing riots, man, and insurrections. You had that whole thing in Myanmar where the actual police force. It was a peaceful protest. They actually started killing people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so all these protests around the world are getting worse, man. You know, and it's becoming more evident of what time we're in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's ultimately the point.
Come on, right here. This is Revelations 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know he hath but a short time. And that's what's crazy, man. You got to think about that, man. You know, these damn elites, you know, these Edomite elites, man, they know about this, man. They know that there is an elect. They don't know who's the elect. They know that there is an elect. You know, they know that there's, you know, this truth is coming out, man. You know, and Esau Edom, they have their own agenda, man. These elites, they have their own agenda. They want the NWO, man, the New World Order, man. You know, which you can look that up. Most of their, you know, law, such commandments, you know, on the look up the Georgia Stone. Oh, my beard green in my nose, bro. It's itching my shit. But yeah, man, you know, you look that up, and it'll give you what Esau Edom wants to establish in the earth, man, as his rules, man. You know, and they're about to push that, man, real hard, man. We can sense it, we can feel it, man. You know, by way of the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah bringing this out, man. You know, through many brothers, man. You know, speaking the same thing. You know, having that same feeling. You know, they could be across America, man. They have the same feeling, man. You know, of one spirit, essentially, man. You know. The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, man. You know, so it's coming out, man. The destruction of this place, man, is coming, man, and it's coming soon. You know, Esau Edom is about to come down, man. You know, they're about to cause Amos 8:11, which is the famine of the word, man, because they're these damn elites. You know, they're getting sick and tired of their plan getting thwarted. You know. Because we're bringing out the truth, man. You know, they're trying to, you know, deceive the world continuously, because that's how they establish their kingdom, is by deceit, man. You know, yeah, and they're trying to continue deceiving you, man. You know, by you know, pushing this certain agenda. But we're telling you, no, man, they're lying, man. You know, Job 13:4. You know, they are forgers of lies, man. We're telling you that, man, and they don't fucking like that their plan is getting thwarted. You know, and getting they're getting caught, man. They're getting caught red-handed. These red devils is getting caught red-handed.
That's right,
you know.
Because it's a trip too slack. You know, one of the GMS brother camps with the brothers, man. They were saying like how in different countries, you know, if you go and look at the elder apostles, they have millions of views.
Yeah, man.
You know, so that's another prophecy, man. It's in Matthew 24th chapter, that this gospel shall be preached into the world for a witness unto all nations, man. And then shall the end come. So this gospel is being pushed out, man, and it's already out, man.
Gone.
You know,
everyone at some point has heard about this truth, man. We're just waiting for the prophecies to pop off.
Right. So now it's coming, man, and the time that we're coming into, man, is Jacob's trouble. So, you know, all hell really is truly about to break loose, because, you know, there's really three major prophecies that have to take place, which right now, prophecy that's taking place is the famine of the word. This brother's page gets shut down like every damn day, it feels like.
All three of my pages got struck.
You know, and a lot of elder I think it's priest Yaquab or elder Yaquab from the New York camp. He can't even get on YouTube no more.
Yeah.
He has to go on BitChute, you know. He can't go on YouTube. He can't go on nothing. He can't, because they see him and it's like they know what he's about to do.
Right.
You know, so hey, it's the Spirit of the Lord that the elder apostles are still up to, because, you know, that's what helps us, you know, get edified through the Spirit, and the other brothers too on down.
That's like you, bro. That lets you know that, you know, the gates of mercy are not closed yet, man. You still got some time, man.
But hey, it's very little, man. Very, very
and
little.
It's closing. As my fingers are getting closer together, that's the gates of mercy, man. Closing, and soon they're gonna be closed, man. You know?
A quick piece up on that.
Come on, go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 44. It says, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Right, and how Bashim ultimately gave us signs to see, you know, when he was going to make his return, and we are in those times, man. you know. And the other two prophecies I was going to mention is Jacob's trouble, which is the FEMA camps, the martial law, our enemy, Esau, Edom coming in like a flood, trying to take us and throw us in these camps and force the mark of the beast on us, which is the RFID microchip, which is going to come in the time of the hour of temptation, which, you know, maybe, you know, we don't know how it's going to, maybe it could be at the same time as Jacob's trouble, maybe it could be right after. Maybe
Jacob's trouble and hour of temptation go hand in
hand. Right, so yeah, it could well be at the same time, you know, so that's why, man, and that just goes into the scripture too. This is Mark chapter 13 and verse 19. It says, "For in those days shall be affliction such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which the Most High created unto this time, neither shall be. And except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days."
Right, man. These days are short, man. You know, they're getting shorter and stuff like that, man. You know, he's been shortening them for, you know, a little while now, you know. But guess what, man? You know, all hell is about to break loose, man. Esau, Edom is about to come in like that. Can you grab Isaiah 59:19, Robert Patrol?
Yeah.
You know? Because that's what's about to happen, man. Esau, Edom is about to start pushing his new world order, man. You know, he's going to start forcing that MOB, you know, Revelation 13 and 16, you know. He's about to, you know, start making it, I don't want to use that word, the N-word.
N-word?
I don't want to use that
word. Yeah.
If I say that word, bro, they gonna definitely take this shit down, bro. So I'm walking on extreme eggshells, man. You know, so they're about to make it required.
Right.
You know, the rollout, the witch potion, man. You know, the Crown Royal witch potion. They're about to make it required, man. You know,
right.
Which and we know, man, those that take that witch potion, man, the Crown Royal witch potion, you're almost guaranteed to take that MOB. You know. So it's like, hey, man, you know, and we already know what, a third of the military ain't gonna take it. You know, a lot of the people ain't gonna take it. A lot of the healthcare workers are not taking it.
And then that's the thing too. Like, you gotta imagine, because it's a fact, man. They've spent like damn near trillions of dollars on making these, man.
Right.
So ultimately, the whole agenda, the whole ideal plan is they're going to implement it, man. They didn't just spend all this money, because, you know, Esau's all about profit, man.
Right. Really.
So he's not gonna spend money and not. He's not gonna spend money on something and not use it, you know.
Right.
So ultimately, him making all these back scenes, you know, that maybe that was too close.
Hey, I don't know, man.
these axe scenes, you know.
No, I'd have said just say witch potion, man.
Witch potion.
That's what it is, man. It's a witch potion.
It's a witch potion, man. Because a lot of people have died. You know, a lot of people got Bell's palsy. A lot of people got internal bleedings, convulsions. You know. So that's the whole agenda of this devil, man. Is to kill, steal, and destroy. I got that in Isaiah.
Come on, go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood."
And who's that enemy, man? Esau fucking Edom, man. He's the wicked, man. According to Malachi 1 and 4, man. Esau Edom is about to come in like a flood, man. You know? By way of his military, man. He's about to come in and force everybody to do and, you know, follow his NWO, his New World Order, by way of his military, man. You know, as it says in what is it, 2nd Ezra 16 and 72, man. You know, they're gonna come into your houses, man, and ravish your houses, man. They're gonna take you out your houses.
That's
you know,
right.
Which is also can also go for you know, when this the moratorium or whatever, however you say that word, when people, you know, I mean, when they, you know, they're ultimately extending out your evictions, man. You know, when that ends, they're gonna take you out your houses. But even more when they come in like a flood, man. A majority of people, because it says what, man? In Revelations 3 and 10, that the hour of temptation is gonna come upon the whole world, man.
That's right, man.
You know, so how much more then when they come in like a flood, are they going to kick people out their houses, man, and persecute those that fear the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah. Now, Esau Edom don't know exactly who's part of the elect, so they're going to do it to all Jakes, man.
They're going to do it to all Israel, man.
All Israel, man. The so-called Native Americans, so-called African Americans, and so-called Latinos, man. They're gonna come down hard as fuck on Jake, man. You know, and those that are with Jake, man, even if they're their own people, man. Those that, you know, sympathize with Jake. You know, they're gonna come down on everybody, man. You know, their own people included, man. You know,
right, man.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a fucking crazy time, like the brother had brought out in Matthew 13. You know, it's gonna be a time that has not been since the beginning of the world, man.
Mark 13.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking crazy time, man. You know, like never have seen before, man. You know, And you got to prepare yourself for that, man.
Right, man.
You know, can you finish that out and then I'll grab this real quick.
Conference. I'll read it again.
Yeah, come.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. You know, and that word standard in the Blue Letter Bible can go into a few things, which, you know, one of my two favorites is to disappear, you know, or to take flight, you know. So
yeah, he wants to fly.
And I want to fly, man. But ultimately, you know, that, and that could go into the chariots. You actually beaming us up or putting us somewhere. An angel of the Lord might just come and teleport us somewhere and tell us that, hey, anything can happen in these last days, man.
Right, calm.
You know, and in the time of trouble that we're coming into, the angels are going to be working with us, man, if we be of the elect.
Lord will, yeah.
That's why we have to pray, man. Your prayers, pray that Yahweh Shema Shai doesn't take away the spirit from you. Pray that he, you know, continues to increase your faith, and that he keeps angels around you, man, because that's what we're going to need in these times to come. It's not a gun, it's not a sword, but it's the holy angels. You see, because, hey, man, you can't fight carnal, you can't fight spiritual with carnal weapons, man.
Calm.
You know, so this world is pretty much, you know, they're pretty much matchless, you know, to an angel, because an angel has the power of the Heavenly Father, which is unlimited amounts of power, infinite power. You know, it's unstoppable.
I like that what that brother Walk Circumspectly had said, man. You know, just describing the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, it says everlasting to everlasting, man. You
right.
know?
How can you come up against that, man?
You can't. Not being carnal.
You're
even if you're spiritual, man, we're just men.
Right.
You know? The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai has created all things, man. So ultimately, nothing can come up against him, man.
Nothing,
you know,
man.
Nothing and nobody. You know, not even Yahweh Shai himself.
That's why it says in the book of Romans, 8th chapter, who shall lay any charge to the Most High's elect, man?
Right.
I mean, that's a rhetorical question. Nobody.
Right, huh?
You know, because it wasn't saying in the book of Wisdom of Solomon that the care of them is in his hands. You know, roughly paraphrasing, you see. So, hey, nothing's gonna, Lord willing, we be of the elect, man. But we have to have the confidence, you know, believing that we are. You know, but like Paul said, man, put therefore on as the elect. So to be the elect's gonna have their mind. They're gonna be fully persuaded that no matter what comes in their path, man, Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna pave a way and open a door. You know, because he's already opened that door by coming into our minds and supping with us and giving us these secrets. You know, so Lord willing, in times to come, man, he's gonna start opening doors that, you know, that don't even have a knob, man. You know.
Just talking on that confidence, you know, having confidence is a key thing, man. Hebrews 10 and verse 35, cast not away therefore your confidence,
that's right,
which hath great recompense of reward, right, man? And that confidence goes into what, man? Your belief and trust, man.
That's right.
Your belief and trust in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You know, those that fear the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai ultimately gonna trust him, man.
Yep.
You know, because I got this last right here. This scripture, man. It's a powerful scripture, man. When I started reading it, these last two, it's Sirach chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, "They that fear the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in His sight," which is exactly what we're telling you, man. You need to prepare yourself for Esau Edom coming down, man. You know, having great wrath, man. You need to know that, hey, it's about to happen soon, man. So prepare your mind, and how you do that, man, by way of the scriptures, man. The words of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, man. It's the only way that you can prepare properly. You know, people can prepare like doomsday preppers, man. Yeah, you can prepare, but guess what? The only way that you can properly prepare is by way of the scriptures, man. You know, this is. Can you grab Psalms 119 and 105, or 104 and 5?
Come on. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and 104. It says, "Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way."
Right, every way that's other than the scriptures, man. Go ahead.
"Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path."
So this is how you're going to be walking in righteousness, man. This is how you're going to be walking in wisdom, man. You know, in those times, you know, Isaiah 33 and 6, you know, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. You know, this is how you're going to be able to walk and be prepared, man. Be prepared to take that walk, man. It's by having that light, man. A lot of people don't have no light, man. They're walking in darkness, in great darkness, you know.
Kind of got a quick one real quick too.
So like while we are walking in light, man, you know, we prepared ourselves by getting this oil to trim our lamps, man. You know, to be able to walk on that path, man. You know, in that right path. You know, go ahead.
Comes the book of Psalms chapter 107 and verse 20. "He sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destructions." So he sent his word, man. You know, and he ultimately gave us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to, you know, receive, you know, the understanding. You through the Spirit. So ultimately, man, and that's what's gonna save us out of our destructions, as the brother said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. That's what this wisdom that that we've been graced to have through the mercy of Yahweh Bashim Shai is what's gonna hold us up, man. So when we see everything breaking loose, we go, oh, that's that's this scripture, man. And it might not be like that, because you're still gonna be in the flesh. Your flesh is gonna be like, oh shit, like, but hey, your spirit is gonna overcome that feeling of fear. Because what does it say? That we have not received the spirit of fear, but of power, man. And of a sound mind. And a sound mind goes into peace and being calm and collected. Because we know what's gonna happen before it happens, man. It's just like when you watch a movie with somebody and they don't know what's gonna happen, but you've already watched it a million times. You're like, yeah, it's nothing. But here the person is, oh shit, I can't. These people are gonna be shocked in the world, man. Because these days are gonna come as a snare. Because meanwhile, here we are at the end of the world, and everybody's still, living deliciously with Babylon the Great, man. Being homos, being faggots, eating pork all day. Going out to these damn boardwalks all over the world and just having a good time. It's always a good time, man. But good times aren't coming. Right now is a good time for everybody who wants to be wicked, man. But bad times are gonna come, for everybody who's continuing to do so, man. So we gotta pray that that Yahweh Shai will find it in his heart to have mercy on us for the acts we've been doing, towards his name in this time, man. Not being like these wicked ass people, not caring about their actions, not caring about the Lord, man.
Man. And I'll read this scripture again and then we'll end it out right here.
You got it, bro.
This is Sirach chapter 2 verse 17 again. It says, they that fear the Lord Yahweh Shai will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercies. That's powerful, man. The Lord Yahweh Shai is long suffering and merciful, man. So, amen. You got to fear the Lord Yahweh Shai. You got to prepare yourselves. You got to trust in the Lord Yahweh Shai. You got to believe in the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. It says those that don't believe are already condemned.
That's right, man.
So if you don't believe, man, you're already fucking condemned. If you believe, amen, you got to put in that work, man. We're at the fucking end, man. We're almost at the complete end, but we're at the end, man. We're in the last chapter of the book, man.
The last few verses of the book.
Yeah, really. You know what I mean? We're in the last few verses of the book, man. So really, you know what I mean? You gotta prepare yourself for this book to be closed, man.
Right.
That's a key thing, man. It's about to happen real fucking soon, man. So prepare yourself, man. Gird up your minds, gird up your loins in this truth, man. Gird up your minds in this truth, man. And prepare for what's about to come, man. Because we tell you what's about to come, man. We see what's about to come, man, by way of the scriptures, man. So Lord willing, may the Lord Yahweh Shai can put the spirit on you to fully get prepared, to as best you can, man. Because we'll never be fully prepared because we ain't never seen it before, man.
Right.
Even in the ancient times, us in the ancient times, because reincarnation is in the Bible, man. We've never seen anything like this, man. Like it says, it's going to be something that's never been seen before, man, since the world was created. So Lord willing, man, the Lord Yahweh Shai can have mercy and grace upon us to protect us in these times, man. Because it tells you, in Psalms 34 and verse 7, it tells you what? Those that fear the Lord Yahweh Shai are the angels encampeth around those that fear the Lord, man. So and those angels are what? Symbolic for protection, man. That hedge of protection, So if you fear the Lord Yahweh Shai in sincerity, then the Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna protect you, man. As long as you're putting in that work, man.
Right, that's right.
But unless you got any closing statements,
that's pretty much it, man.
Come on, man. We're gonna go ahead and end it out by saying, Call Halayim, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, or Kakwadash. Again, double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to Akim out here pushing his truth and righteousness and in sincerity. The hopeful 144,000 elect men, risking their safety day in and day out for this truth, battling the elements day in and day out for this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations to a hopeful elect. May the election, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. We want to say Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, and Abba Babal. Shalom.